Imagine a country where the king still picks the prime minister, controls the courts, and has dozens of official wives. Sounds like something from history, right? But this is happening right now. I'm standing in Eswatini, Africa's last absolute monarchy. And here, tradition isn't a tourist show, it is everyday life. And in modern day, that feels strange, but in the best way possible. If you've never heard of this country, don't worry, you're not alone. Eswatini, formerly known as Swazi Land, is a tiny landlocked kingdom tucked between South Africa and Mozambique. On a map of Africa, it looks like a dot, but what it lacks in size, it makes up for with a culture that stayed proudly its own. While Mbabane is the official capital, where you'll find government buildings, embassies, and that classic small capital city vibe, it is Manzini that really moves the economy. This is a beating heart of local trade, busy markets, transport hubs, and Swazis from all over the country passing through.
Only remaining monarch in Africa. Absolute monarch, yes.
So apparently he was born with a full set of teeth, and the grandmother said, "Mamtololo, this is beautiful." Hence his name. So all our kings, they have their birth name, then they have the kingship name, right? So then his kingship name is King Sobhuza the First. King Sobhuza the First was ruling the country in the early 1800s, and he had a vision. The vision was he saw people, white-skinned people, coming into the country, and they were carrying two things. One of them was a book, and the other one was a coin. And then he said, please choose the book over the coin. That was King Eswatini the Second. Because the current king is King Eswatini the Third. Yes. Yeah. So he met the white people, but then now these ones were not the ones that then initially settled in the country. Rather, most of them were journalists. They were just looking for a story or just passing by, right, exploring and all that. They did not settle. The most important thing is what he has on the head. He has feathers. These feathers are from a purple crystal luri. This is, we call it likwala. Likwala is a sacred bird in our country. The feathers are only worn by the royal family.
Oh.
Yes.
So this king gives you two options, a coin or a book, as you can see. And so you have to decide which one you have. Unfortunately, right now with me, I have a lot of coins
and no book.
Choose the book over coins.
I mean, he said it. Yet here we are. Do you have a book? Do you have a coin? Since a lot of us are choosing coins over books, but it should be the other way around.
If you really want to experience Eswatini like a local, you've got to use public transport. There is no Uber, no Bolt, not even a proper taxi system like in big cities. Here, it is all about combis, those shared minivans that take you anywhere and everywhere. It's chaotic, it's loud, and honestly, it's a little bit confusing at first. But once you figure it out, it's cheap, efficient, and part of daily life here. And if you do get lost, don't worry. There's always a friendly local ready to point you in the right direction. So this is the central bus terminal in Manzini. And I think you can find buses to go anywhere here. It's also combis. Not really buses. So the country has quite a wide variety of
public transport system, and it's all centered right here in this bus park. This is Manzini, so you'll find buses, vans like these ones, to go almost anywhere in the country, including Mbabane, which is the capital center. And the bus park looks like every other one you've seen in the world. So it will be the buses and the people and the shops at the side, like this. So quite a very normal country. You know, it's such a small country, sometimes you don't know what to expect when you get there. Then you come in and it's very normal. And two, because when you're in a taxi, it's just from your house to exactly where you want to be. And then, yeah, so I only use taxis in places where you're told not to use public transport, like it's safe, yeah. Okay, so now we are in Mbabane or Mbabane. She will tell me the difference, but this is a bus park here. Let's see.
But now I stay in the and it is a swamp. And this river is called Mbabane River from the town, not that the town is from the river. And the town's name, it get it from a chief called Mbabane, who was put as a chief in the early 1800s by the king that we saw there.
Yeah.
The Bible and the coin one. And this is the library. You can actually have a card and go in there and you borrow books.
Ah, the National Library.
Yes.
Why is it called Eswatini?
Eswatini. Eswatini is knowledge. The knowledge center.
So I've seen a lot of these, even in Manzini, which is...
These are coin boxes.
Do they still work? Oh, I am gonna transport you back to the 90s, I think. I don't know, I was still a baby, so I don't know if that's what they use, but I know for sure early 2000s still, maybe some people are still using. Oh, they have a volume push to talk. This does not work.
So some of them still do work.
I would really want to see one that does.
She took the reins for more than 23 years. Her birth name is called Sibebe, but because she was too firm, she was ruling the country like a man. They said she was too firm, hence they gave her the nickname Gwamile. Gwamile means firm.
Yeah.
Yes. So now this street is called Gwamile Street.
I found the oranges here quite nice.
This is what I've been looking forward to the most, the reed dance or Umshanga. It is one of Eswatini's most important cultural events. Every year, thousands of young Swazi women gather here to celebrate purity, respect for the Queen Mother, and honor their culture. It is not a tourist performance, this is real. For the Swazi people, it is a moment of pride, unity, and cultural identity that goes back generations.
Hi.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm also fine.
What's your name?
My name is Bandangwenya.
Say that again?
Bandangwenya.
Alright. I'm not gonna try to repeat it because I don't want to butcher it.
Okay, no problem.
Tell me a little bit about this event that we are at.
So today we are at Umhlanga Reed Dance, which is an event that usually take place each and every year towards the end of August and early days of September. Usually all the maidens around the country are usually commissioned by Her Royal Highness Princess Zakizo, who is our maiden's leader. She is the eldest daughter of the king. Now she summoned them to come to the royalties and come and do a ceremony which is called Butlesha, whereby they go and fetch reed from Bamsake and his farm, which are going to use it to build huts. When building these huts, they are going to build house which belongs to the royalties, and also the king usually grants them a safe journey whenever they are going everywhere.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
How do people feel about this tradition? Do they love it, or are there some people who don't really love it anymore?
I believe that each and every person has his or her own choices, which is supposed to take them based on his or her decision rights.
Yeah.
But when it comes to Swazi people, they really love Swazi culture because it's something that they believe in, and it's something that they were born into and they have been bred. I believe that it's within their blood. So people do love it.
Right, it's a way of bringing people together
A way
and
of bringing
celebrating
people
together.
and coming and celebrate it with the royalties.
All right, okay. Thank you so much.
You are welcome.
So what I didn't know before I got here is that the Riri dance is actually an 8-day affair, with the main events being on date 6 and date 7, which today is day 7. And the day 7 is the main event because that's when the king also appears. So this is near the royal palace of the Queen Mother, whose the dance is dedicated to, and the girls usually take the reeds to her. And this place here, as you can see, all the tents behind me are actually places of rest. So yesterday in the afternoon, they went and danced for the Queen Mother. And then after the dances, they come here to sleep. You can see their suitcases, and right now they're actually, some of them are sleeping, but some of them are also now preparing for the dance today, which will be in the next maybe 1 hour or so. But yeah, it's quite surreal seeing all these. These are thousands of people in these tents, and the tents are all over this stadium over here, and all of them are preparing for this event, and I cannot wait to see that. It's actually incredible to see.
And this specific redance was even more special because the king announced his 16th wife. Yes, you heard that right. This tradition is still very much alive, and so is the royal custom of polygamy. It might sound surprising, even strange to outsiders, but here, it's part of the culture, part of the identity, and events like this show how deeply rooted those traditions still are.
Who knows what time it starts, but I know the king usually get here around 4 p.m. So we still have a little bit of waiting to do. And yeah, this is a spectator's place.
For me, this was more than a spectacle. It was a chance to witness a living tradition, up and close and unfiltered. And it's exactly moments like these that make Eswatini feel so different from anywhere else I've been. And this is not the only tradition Eswatini is keeping alive. When it comes to marriage ceremonies, they go all out.
The lady visit the guy, and then in the morning they take the lady into the hall. They put a black pleated skirt. We're gonna see inside, and she'll be wearing just a pleated skirt. Remember, this is a very young girl, so she looks all nice and everything. That's why she'll be naked at the top, and she'll have the spear. She'll be facing the home, and will be stepping with the spear at the floor, just like this. Just like this. And that is like signing. I always say that signing patent warranty. It's signing an oath that she will be separated by death with the husband. But also, you don't get married to just a husband. So you are a wife of the family, not of just the husband. Yes.
Oh.
And
And this happens with every Swazi, regardless of religion or...
it depends on the couple actually. I never went through that one.
Okay.
And I'm never gonna go through it. First of all, for me, I don't like showing off my body, so
Yeah.
I wouldn't be comfortable with. Imagine your in-laws and you have all your titties.
Out. Oh wait, it's in front of the family.
It's in front of everyone.
Okay. I see.
But do you remember that you saw the ladies were all half naked?
Yeah.
They were naked. The tits were actually showing. So when you have the spear and you dinging at the floor,
Yeah.
and then the husband is supposed to provide a goat.
Oh.
Kills the goat and makes something like this for you, right?
Yeah.
And so now it means only married women are supposed to wear this.
Okay.
Because the goat has been slaughtered for them. So at the bottom she'll be wearing a black pleated skirt and then this on top, then a capulana, this thing.
I saw the women with the black skirts, the plated ones, and I saw this thing, and then I couldn't understand why some people had it and some people didn't.
So the ones that had it were married.
Oh.
And they had this black afro
On
head
top, yeah.
and a white line.
Yes.
Right? And if you're married, you put 2 white lines. If you're not married, you put 1 white line. If you're not married but you're old enough to have been married by now, you don't put this.
Yeah.
But you put everything else. You don't put this and put everything else. And you put the afro, but you put 1 white line.
Okay.
Yes. Remember, a man can have as many wives as he can afford.
Yeah.
So if there's 2 wives, right, the first wife will be maybe on the left, on the left side of the family, and then the grandmother in the middle. Then you have the second wife on the other side, and the husband's heart will always be near the new wife.
The latest one. I think I'll get this one. It has a flag.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Oh, thank you. Got my whole bowl of stuff.
And this is called a mahewu. A mahewu is, as I said, is a Swazi drink. What you do is you grind the maize, and then as you're making porridge, you just make it thin, and you let it ferment, and then you put sugar.
What?
Yes.
It's a lot. Okay.
It's sour, right?
I definitely was not expecting the sourness. I mean, I knew it was fermented, but it's very, very fermented. If there's one place that shows off Eswatini's raw natural beauty, it is Sibebe Rock. It is the second largest exposed granite dome in the world, right after Australia's Uluru. And climbing it is one of the most unexpected adventures of my trip. When my guide told me we would be climbing a rock, I expected to find an arcade with ropes and a lot of people there. But instead, I found this massive rock penetrating from the ground.
This is us.
Sibebe. Sibebe Rock.
It's about 3 kilometers up.
3.
Yes.
This is the fun side of the of the visit.
We are about to climb a 3-kilometer very steep rock. Why? I am not sure.
But we are doing it anyway.
I'm not sure.
So this rock is called Sibebe Rock. It's one of the most commonly visited places here. You'll see it online when you're researching, and you can climb it. Very accessible through public transport. We came just right there, so don't worry about that. Was this place burnt on purpose or was it actual fire? Okay, so this is my very first time doing rock climbing, like real one. I've always said I'll go to an arena to try, but apparently I'm trying in the real world first time. Let's go. Yeah, it's very steep over here, especially. Okay.
Yep.
You need a backpack, people. The tote bag is not working for this, but we'll make it work.
She made it.
I made it.
You can go up.
Okay. Are you good like that?
Yes.
Okay. I'm a rock climbing genius who's only gone 5 meters. Okay, I see. All right.
She made it.
I made it. There's no more rope.
Yes, then you can just walk. It's no longer as dangerous.
They're actually just walking. She's not using the rope.
Yes.
And the rope actually ends here. So just the very first part. So the very first part is where it's steep. You need the rope. After that, it's all you. I'm not sure how I feel about that. But here we go. If I don't know the height, I feel this wind might carry you over. So for once, I'm happy about my kilos. Now I'm balancing on. I'm literally balancing on a rock. Are we crazy? Check the view. Okay, the view is worth it. This is not easy. Honestly, I can't believe this. Balancing on a rock.
It's not easy.
See where we came from? And the rock is literally just right here down. But I'm pretty sure we've made some. So the problem with such rocks in the desert is that you don't really tell the true distance.
Yes. You are conquering Sibebe Rock.
Yes! Yes! I am a warrior! This is a true distance, as you can see. I think we are halfway.
Yeah.
We are climbing
halfway.
very slowly, resting, talking. But to ask the quota there, I was seriously asking myself, why? Why are you doing this? And now I feel good about it. It's quite stable. I have a good guide. Let's do this.
What makes Sibebe special isn't just its size, it's how untouched and wild it feels. No crowds, no fancy facilities, just you, the rock, and nature. The hike up is no joke, steep, rugged, and the kind of climb that makes you question your life choices halfway through. But every time you stop to catch your breath, you get rewarded with insane views of Eswatini's rolling hills and villages.
Now I'm good. This is the top of the world, Eswatini edition.
Oh, now you're running.
I made it! You have to do this.
For such a small country, Eswatini really knows how to surprise you. From ancient traditions to epic landscapes like Sibebe, it is full of moments that make you slow down and appreciate the unexpected. After spending time here, I get why most people overlook Eswatini. It is small, it is quiet, it doesn't scream for attention like its bigger neighbors. But maybe that's exactly why it feels so different, so strange, in the best way. In Eswatini, traditions aren't staged for tourists, they are lived. The king still rules, Kombis still rule the roads, and life here moves at its own pace. It is a country that holds onto its identity proudly and unapologetically. And in a world that's changing so fast, finding a place like this is rare.